So right now we got Men on a Mission.
I wasn't honestly. I remember Big Daddy V, but obviously he wasn't called Big Daddy V here.
See, I actually remember him back then.
Who was his tag team partner? I don't
was-
remember this guy from a hole in the wall.
That was Mo.
It was Mo.
Mo and Mabel. And then he had Oscar, who was the front man.
Mo.
And then when he became King Mabel, we got Sir Mo.
Sir Mo.
Sir Mo. Men on a Mission against the Quebecers, Jacques Rougeau and PCO Pierre Ouellet.
Did you see?
Did you see who their manager was?
Yes, I was just. That's Raven.
Johnny Polo, a.k.a. Raven.
I go, who is this guy? I've seen this face before. And they walked into WrestleMania as the tag team champions.
Yeah. And they left tag team champions.
Well, they lost the match.
Count out.
Count out.
Yeah. Hey, it's a win. You keep the belts, right?
Look at PCO. He was a big boy back then, too, eh? And I think he got bigger as the years went on, eh?
He got more jacked.
How old,
I mean,
how old was he? How old was he, Bruno? Did you just bring that up?
Yeah, because this in '94, I remember they just came off a feud with Owen Hart, Bret Hart too.
The Mountie was already in existence already, like singles Mountie.
So Jacques Rougeau used to be tag team champions with his brother Ray, the fabulous Rougeau.
Yes.
If you don't know who they are, I highly suggest you go back on the network, check them out. They were a hilarious tag team.
Okay.
And then they broke off, and then he became the Mountie, Intercontinental Champion.
Yes, I know that for sure.
Yeah.
But was he? Did he
then-
go with that gimmick before this tag team, or this tag team was first? Then he went.
He went to the Quebecers, and I guess they just kept the gear because racism.
Yeah.
So he was born in '67, so he'd be 67.
Wow, a young PCO right there. Hey, look at him, nice and fresh.
Young PCO.
And honestly, like I said,
23.
he looks like he's a big boy.
He's
But
23 here.
it's hard to compare him next to Mabel. But me personally, I think PCO got bigger as the years went on. I don't even think he stopped growing here.
You put
Unbelievable.
You put him now side by side with Mabel?
Oh yeah,
Oh my God,
big boy PCO.
he's
big
a huge
boy.
shout out to PCO.
Yeah, shout out to
27.
PCO.
Sorry, he's 27.
27 years old. Yeah, it's still.
I mean, he's doing more
Yeah.
at 27 than I did at 27.
I know that. Yeah, exactly. Well, in the next coming matches, I know that Shawn Michaels is wrestling in this event as well. He was 29 years old, just to put into perspective. PCO is 27. PCO looks like $1 million here, but
I mean, PCO still looks like $1 million.
Yeah.
And the heavyweight champion at 54.
Yeah,
I mean,
you got to give it up to him.
I'd be happy if I could just get out of bed when I'm 54.
You think the whole Bret
When I'm
Hart? You think the
54.
whole Bret Hart, Owen Hart, Canada thing overshadowed maybe the Rougeaus and PCO as being the Canada guys in this era?
So it's funny you mentioned that because that was my trick question in the trivia match between you and Bruno.
Hey, frick.
What famous Canadian wrestler split from a tag team and went on to become Intercontinental Champion? And you both wrote down Bret Hart, but it was actually Jacques Rougeau.
Jacques Rougeau. You
Because
look back at it, this is true, but yeah. Well, we're not gonna talk about the trivia because we know Bruno did cheat. But let's get back to the action here. We got a double.
so they're double teaming Mabel, and you know what? I'm pretty sure PCO could have slammed him.
You know what? Maybe they told him he wasn't allowed to.
Probably not. No,
wasn't allowed
no.
to, right?
But they can do the double suplex though.
No. Oh, they did.
And you know what's good? You know what I like? It was a fucking good suplex.
Raven.
Look at the elevation they got.
Yeah. Raven wasn't even. Nobody knew who Raven was. Nobody even knew who Johnny Polo was at this point. He was never in ECW at this point. So eventually he became Raven.
I think after this he went to ECW and became Raven.
So that was probably the best move of his career, going to ECW and becoming Raven, because I don't think he would have had much of a. He could have maybe been the next Jim Cornette or the next Paul Heyman. Maybe. You never know.
I mean,
you never know. He had a nice suit there.
Yeah. I mean, he's doing great though. I mean, they just hit a double team move on. I think that's Jacques Rougeau.
Yeah, that's Jacques. Yeah.
Johnny Polo. Raven was distracting the ref.
Yeah.
And there you got Oscar trying to pull Johnny Polo off of him, but
how long did Oscar?
He disappeared after.
He disappeared
as soon
after,
as Mabel
right?
went heel. Yeah.
So to tell you the truth, I don't really remember Oscar after this event.
No.
At all.
I remember him always being with Men on a Mission.
Yes.
But I think they got rid of him after he became.
Daddy V.
Oh God! Can you imagine that though?
Look at did you see that slam that?
Like he just fell right on him on the outside.
That?
Look at this.
That slam.
So we have Mo knocking.
Yeah.
I think that's PCO out of the ring, and Mabel is lining him up, And what's Mo doing?
Yeah, watch
Mo's
this.
jumping from the apron.
Oh my God, PCO.
Cross bloody onto Mabel. Mabel onto PCO on the outside. Oh, God.
PCO.
You know what? If we ever meet PCO or get him on the show, we got to ask him about
I
that.
want to know if that hurt or not, because to me, that hurt
like,
me.
I mean, maybe we can make a clip of it, but PCO, what did that feel like? We got to know.
That suit that Raven is wearing is just cracking me
So
up.
we had a great opening match, okay?
Yeah.
And then we had maybe, let's just say, okay, the comedy act of the Doink and Dink and Bam Bam Bill and Luna Vachon, right?
Yeah.
We had a decent women's match.
Yeah, we had
Not the best, but it was a great match.
We had the Falls Count Anywhere match with the Macho Man and Crush.
And then we have a a count out
for the tag titles.
tag titles at WrestleMania.
What do you rate the match? I don't think we rated the women's match either.
The women's match, I'll give it a 6.
Yeah,
I'll give it a 6. This one here, I got to give it like a 4 or 5 because the finish is the most important thing I find. And
they're celebrating.
They're celebrating like they won the tag team titles. So the confusion now is: did they win the titles? Obviously, they didn't because there was a count out. The titles can't change hands on a count out.
Nope. But thank God we got Vince McMahon because I remember he points that out, saying that they can't.
That's why I always loved Vince McMahon, because he's basically telling us the story.
Exactly. Instead of yelling it into Michael Cole's ear.
Yeah.
All right, now we got Donnie Wahlberg, who looks like he's late for the prom.
With the shades.